Hey guys, what's up? I'm still kind of getting used to the whole new and improved phone setup. So yeah, that doesn't really mean anything, but yeah, whatever. Side note. But anyways, hope you're all doing well. It's Wednesday, 5:05. Just got out. Been kind of noticing that I think 5:05 is probably like the average time that I press record on all these videos. It's probably the time that I've heard the most, at least that I've noticed. So yeah, kind of another useless side point, but there you go. Good day at work. Really nothing crazy to report on. So yeah, just another kind of average day that I kind of had to put some brain power to think of, ways to make it on average, an above average day. So, I can kind of relay that message to you guys in some sort of way. So yeah, with that, what I mean is I didn't really know what to talk about for a lot of the day. I was kind of mentally occupied for pretty much the whole day, except for towards the end of it. I had some more free time to decide what I want to talk to you guys about. So came up with a few things and then walked outside, and I noticed, especially walking out of the office today, of just the fall weather that's going on. And so really just noticed the fall weather and how, the sun, you can't really tell the sun's in my eyes. The sun's starting to set a little earlier in the day. It's still bright out, clouds are in the sky is blue. Still fairly warm out. It was like 65 today around. Really nice day, but the air is getting cooler. It smells different. It feels different. It's a little windier, and the leaves are on the ground, and trees are changing colors, and it's fall is just setting more and more in. And I just kind of noticed it for the 20 seconds that I was outside, walking between the office and the parking garage. So yeah, I think it's always just good when you kind of notice things like that. It doesn't have to be the weather. It can really be anything, any small little detail that you normally kind of are very numb to in a way, almost all the time. I think there is an art in kind of noticing those things. It really always just kind of brightens your mood in some way and makes you feel a little bit of gratitude. Bunch of other stuff that I'm forgetting, but really just adds a lot more beauty to the everyday of our lives that we seem to overlook all the time. So I am kind of glad that I noticed the weather today, and I know that's kind of crazy to say, but that's just how I feel. And it kind of reminded me of this conversation that I had with my dad, with my father over the weekend. It was kind of based off around this topic of, the seasons changing and things are different, and they're most noticeable during the transitional times of the seasons. And we were kind of talking about it, kind of same thing that I was kind of rambling on to you guys about a minute ago. But we were talking about it, and he asked me the question of, well, what's your favorite season, given that, we've talked about pretty much all of them in the year and the little details that go into each one, which one's your favorite? I'm like, that's a good question. And so at first I said, I think spring's my favorite. And then I'm like, well, at the same time, I also really like fall too. I'm like, well, I also really like winter. And, with that, I also really like summer. So pretty much, in short, my answer to him when he asked me what my favorite season was is I said all of them. All the seasons are my favorite seasons. And my reasoning that I explained in the conversation is that every season has something entirely unique that I really appreciate about it. And because of that, it's very difficult for me to rank each season. Sure, maybe at first I said spring, and then as I thought more about it, I began to think about how much I enjoy fall and some of the smaller aspects within it, and then the same goes for winter and summer. And so really all the seasons are my favorite, and I think it's really important, because seasons are something that, seasons, the weather, pretty much for the entire part, like it's something that you have no control of whatsoever. You just have to, I guess you can control where in the world you live, so you experience more of, say, one season or one type of weather. But at least where I live in the world, I get pretty much a fair balance of all the different types of weather and all the seasons that there are. And so I pretty much get a good amount of everything. It's pretty balanced where I am. So yeah, with that, I can choose to live where I do, but other than that, like, there's not much I can do to influence the weather and, say, the seasons that I experience on a yearly basis. And then with that, because I can only control very little, I think it's very important to find the good and find the stuff that you appreciate and you're grateful for with all the seasons, and really, in short, just find beauty in all of them. Since you're living where you are, and the only thing you can do about the weather is just experience it. Make it a good experience about each season, each day, concerning the weather. But just appreciate everything, and I think that's a good message to share. And of course, it doesn't just apply to the weather or the seasons, but it applies to pretty much every aspect of your life that either you don't have much control over or you don't really notice that often. So if you needed a reminder, here it is. Just try to notice and appreciate the little things and all the kind of invisible things, if you will, around you. Because again, if you can learn how to be grateful for and appreciate all that stuff, it really does, at least with my experience so far, it really does help to just improve your overall quality of life and your view of the world. And it really just helps you internally as well, just finding beauty in everything around you, at the same time, whether you realize it or not, also does the same thing for yourself internally. So yeah, that's a good message to share. Just to give you guys a quick update, I am gonna have to be splitting this into 2 videos again today. I want to say that to you guys, so hopefully I don't forget. But I have to stop at the food store, get some food. And then, so yeah, I want to mention that to you guys, because I also mentioned to myself in doing so, and last week I forgot to do it, and I don't want to forget this week. So yeah, but I was thinking about what to talk to you guys about for today. Before I literally just walked outside and had a good idea, with the whole noticing the fall weather kind of thing. But I was sitting at my desk towards the end of the workday, and I was thinking about what to talk to you guys about. And I was kind of honestly struggling a little bit to think of something to talk about. There really wasn't anything majorly interesting that happened today at work to talk to you guys about. And so I was kind of thinking back, like, what are some topics I've been wanting to talk about that I haven't gotten to naturally yet, and kind of going along that line of thinking of what to give to you guys today. And honestly, I don't know if it was just like the work that I did today or what it could have been, but really my mind was pretty blank. But the one thing I know that I didn't want to do today was give you guys another wing it video, because with my whole mentality with all this stuff is that if I'm shortening the quantity of videos made per week from 5 to 3, I don't want to, you know, say make more than one of them a wing it video and then have, you know, only one video be like an actual somewhat structured or have somewhat of an agenda to it. Because while it's always, you know, good for me to take like a little wing it day if I need. I do want to give the very most to you guys and try to help you guys out as much as I can. And the way that I see that is, you know, ideally having profound enough thought to give to you guys, or something to expand on, or any sort of thought or thing that I realized, or literally anything that occurred to me throughout the day or recent days that I feel would be beneficial for you in some way. So, you know, I was doing some brain work towards the end of the day and thinking about what to talk to you guys about, and I was quite honestly drawing a blank. There was one thing that, you know, kind of popped in my mind that I'm going to try to run with as much as I can. And that was, well, it was kind of like a blend of a few things. So I'm gonna try to do my best to relay that to you. Again, as easy as these videos are compared to saying working a 9 to 5 or doing some intense workout or any other thing that I'm, you know, say not giving enough credit to. These videos do get a little tricky sometimes, trying to, if you can't tell, trying to get home safely, drive, hold my train of thought, expand on thoughts, create new trains of thought, you know, deal with traffic, not crash, and all this other stuff. These videos aren't the easiest, so of course, as always, if I haven't mentioned it before, I'm going to give you guys my best shot with this. But one of the things I want to mention to you guys is how important it is to have, and this is something I've mentioned in previous videos, but how important it is to have great dreams, high visions, and really just ambitious and lofty thoughts. I think it's something that goes very overlooked with many of us today, and I just want to let you know that, you know, it's not your fault that you don't necessarily think or dream or visualize things, say to the highest, say, quality or the highest version that you can. It's not your fault. I think a lot of us were raised in this world that we live in today to sorry, I gotta concentrate a little bit. Just give me a little bit of room. Alright, we're good now, but a lot of us were raised since a very young age to think a certain way and to act and behave a certain way. And I guess when I say a certain way, I mean at a very average level, at a very safe, average, comfortable kind of level. Like, never really ever above slightly average. And, you know, while I understand the meaning behind it of, you know, to do great things in your life takes some amount of above average risk, and that, you know, sometimes if you know you don't have a level head on your shoulders and you make a mistake, it can be quite costly sometimes. And we're told, you know, just kind of through Mother Nature, you know, as our primal ancestors did, you know, you want to survive as long as you can, and you know, all you want to do at the end of the day, what Mother Nature tells us, is to, you know, survive as long as you can and continue your bloodline, and that's really your your purpose here according to Mother Nature and our primal ancestors. But the thing to realize is that, we're not cavemen anymore. We're much more advanced physically, mentally, and spiritually past that. We don't have to worry about, being cavemen anymore and surviving on a day-to-day basis. With the progress that we've made as humanity, we can focus on much greater things, both for ourselves and the world around us. And with that, I think it's no longer necessary to constrain ourselves, whether it be us constraining us or external people or things constraining us to a certain way of living. I think that much more is possible and achievable and well within grasp than we think. There's a lot more to it, and a lot more out there than you think, right? That's always kind of been the main message of this channel. And so with that, I really want to try to tell you guys and give you guys the green light to dream and to aspire and to have these amazing visions and thoughts and goals and really just futures for yourself. I've said this a few times if you've picked it up, but dream the most beautiful dreams, have the highest visions, and have the loftiest of thoughts. I really like that word. Do that and keep doing that. With the power of thought, which is another thing that I think a lot of people don't realize and give enough credit to. But with the power of our minds, and specifically the power of our thoughts, by dreaming those beautiful dreams and visioning those highest visions, visualizing those most high visions, and just holding in our mind those loftiest of thoughts, and continuing to do that for as long as you can manage. There's some chaos going on around me. But by doing that and continually doing that and consistently doing that every day, I really think you would be amazed as to how much your life will improve, and you'll become closer to more and more with exactly what you dream and visualize and think about. How can I best explain this to you guys? I think a good way to look at it is that everything, not only in this world but in this universe, is energy. From the sun to the trees to you. Literally everything in this universe is energy, and energy is kind of visualized and measured by waves and frequency. And we are so blessed to be human because we're able to control our energy and our waves of frequency. And the way we do that is with the power of our mind. And what that means is the thoughts that we have in our heads. It's the thoughts that create and maintain our current level of energy and frequency and vibration, whatever word you want to use. It's literally our mind and our thoughts which generate and maintain that. And it's doing that which will bring us to everything that we could ever desire in this world, in this universe, and in our life as, a human being. If everything in this universe is energy, and everything in this universe with the energy that it has, it's a different level, it's a different measurement, it's a different frequency of energy. And so the trick is that if you can produce in your head, in your mind, in your thoughts, if you can produce that frequency of energy and vibration and match that with whatever it is that you want, literally whatever it is that you want, it will become yours. It will manifest itself into reality. It will be made physical, and it will be yours. And the caveat to that is that this is true, and you just have to be aware is that it's true, and it's never turned off. It's like a light switch that it's on, and no matter what you do, you can never turn it off. How the universe will manifest whatever energy is being produced within your thoughts will always be manifested into reality. So what that means is that if you have good thoughts and you have powerful thoughts which emanate a high frequency and energy. Oh my God, I just forgot to stop at the store. I'll have to turn around somewhere and do that, but bonehead. But yeah, so if you have these high thoughts, you'll have very positive outcomes in your life and in your reality, and a lot of good things will happen, and you'll get a lot of what you want and what you kind of subconsciously are asking for. But the same is also true for say if you have negative thoughts, it's gonna manifest and produce negative realities and outcomes for yourself in your life, and it will keep being that way until you kind of get those negative thoughts out of your head. So again, the key is, and I'm hoping this is all making sense. I know I'm kind of rambling a little bit and falling in and out of concentration, but as always, I'm trying my best. But yeah, just know that the key to everything you could ever want in your life, the key really just lies within your thoughts, plain and simple. So I'm trying to remember where this all kind of originated from when deciding what to talk about today. But yeah, I was thinking towards the end of the day of just dreaming big, and so I guess that's how I related that the whole spiel I just gave to you guys to dreaming big. So let that kind of resonate with you a little bit, if possible, and just don't be scared to dream big. I know, and I think it's pretty unfortunate that not enough of society today dreams big. I think that too many people in today's world simply just played safe. And while it is good, again, at a primal perspective, to play it safe and just survive and continue your bloodline, things really don't have to be like that. And really, there's kind of, at least in my eyes, there's no use to acting like that anymore and thinking like that anymore. Just settling for average or whatever you can whatever you can get your hands on that allows you to, survive at the end of the day. You really can and you really should think and visualize and dream much higher and much greater. Again, because you can. And much greater things much greater things not only are possible, but can easily be yours if you just allow them to be. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it off there because I think I got the point across, and I don't want to confuse you guys or myself anymore. So yeah, that was one mini thought that I had. And then another was I was kind of thinking back to my whole journey with, really just with these videos. Kind of thinking about my whole journey and kind of the progress that I've made and how things are right now compared to, when I started, and kind of lessons that I've learned thus far. And so I was kind of making a short little list in my head of really the main key takeaways that I've kind of gained from doing all this so far, that, not necessarily tips and tricks for making YouTube videos, but, more of just tips and tricks about life and living life, and really just learning how to live. I think before I get there, actually, I watched The Martian a few weekends ago, and I meant to mention this in earlier videos. I keep forgetting though. But if you've seen the movie, I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything for you guys. But in the movie, this guy, he's trying to find out how to live effectively on Mars, and one of the things that he's doing is he's making these series of kind of videos where he's kind of just talking to a camera, hoping that people on the other side are hearing him, slowly just figuring out day by day how to live on Mars. And it kind of connected with me with, this is kind of the same thing that I'm doing in a way. Of course, I'm not living on Mars, we're here on Earth, where we can breathe and we have all these very nice things. But yeah, it just kind of clicked with me that, we're kind of both the same at the end of the day, me and this Martian man, of just trying to learn how to live every day. But I'm going to give you guys my short little list, and I'll cut it, and then I'll be back with hopefully more thoughts and composure. But pretty much what I've gained and what I've learned as to how to live, and how to live as best you can with making these videos thus far, is it's really all just a combination of being grateful, not fearing failure, not fearing or worrying about the opinions or thoughts or anything else from others, or really just the external in general. Living life with appreciation of everything, big and small. Pause. Living life with as much love and happiness and kindness as possible. Living life with a perspective of always trying to find the good in the positive, in the beauty in everything, good and bad in your life. Taking ownership of your life, of yourself in your life. I'm kind of just listing things out in no order, just kind of rambling on a little bit. I'll try to think of one more thing. And just realizing that there's a lot more to it than you think. I say it every time I make one of these, but realizing that there's a lot more to it than you think. There's a lot more out there than you think. And really just that, put simply, the world is your oyster. you genuinely can have anything you could ever want or desire in this world, in this universe, in your life. It can genuinely all be yours, you know, by just doing a few things right. And hopefully the list that I gave you guys thus far is suffice, or it will. I don't know. I'm kind of making up words in my head, but hopefully this list is good enough right now. I think it's definitely going to be a list that just keeps growing. So I probably should, you know, put it pen to paper and kind of write stuff down. But yeah, just at the end of the day, just know that, you know, you are the master of your life. You are the creator. You are the captain of your life, of your ship, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, really, you really can't have anything you want in your life. So yeah, at the very end of the day, just know that. And just know that, you know, life is good. So with that, I'm going to cut it, and we'll be back in a short second. All right, we're back. We got our food, which is good, so we can eat, survive another day. All right. But so I was in the store, and of course these thoughts always come to me as soon as I stop recording. But I don't even get to the store, actually. I walk outside my car, and I thought of this thing that I could just tell you guys really quick and maybe expand on it a little more, but one sec here. Alright, cool. But if you watched yesterday's video, you know, I mentioned at the very end, the ending was kind of my best part, but I mentioned in yesterday's video, there's a lot of chaos going on around me. But yeah, so I mentioned in the video that, you know, as much as say I'm failing with this YouTube channel and, you know, not racking up millions of views, I am getting better every day, and things are getting better every day with this whole thing that I'm doing. And, you know, I went into a little more depth in yesterday's video. But pretty much, you know, what I said was, you know, I believe in myself, and I know that good things are coming, and that I'm getting closer and closer every day to, you know, living my dream with all this YouTube and other stuff that I'm doing for you guys. And I know more than said those words, than thought those thoughts and said those words to you guys. I know more than did that. And you know, by the end of the day and today as well, I've already noticed an increase in all this stuff that I'm doing from you guys. So yeah, just with that little example I just gave to you guys, you know, just take that as some real life evidence that, you know, by thinking good thoughts and speaking good words, you really can bring things into existence. And again, it happens a lot. It happens much more faster than you think. So again, just let me be a good example of that, you know. But yeah, I'm a big fan. I've never really been one to do it, but I'm a big fan of being able to speak things into existence. And again, it really plays along with, you know, what I've been talking to you guys about today so far. You know, just about the power of your thoughts and being able to quite literally just think things into reality. But, you know, even more so, I think words are much more, or I wouldn't say much more, but as powerful as thoughts are, and everything, you know, about that I kind of mentioned earlier, as powerful as thoughts are, I think that words are just as much, if not more powerful than thoughts. I don't have any, say, like science to back it up, or really any of this stuff up. I know some people like to have science to back up everything that they do in their lives, and for some people that's what works for them, and you know, that's what makes them successful, and for them, you know, awesome. But for me, I've never really been like interested or needing of all that scientific evidence to back up whatever I'm thinking or believing. I kind of just like the little bliss of believing in the magic of these kind of things. But again, that's just me. But anyways, I do think that thinking things into existence, and especially speaking things into existence, are very important in allowing yourself to be successful in your life. And I'm very big into that kind of stuff. And again, I haven't really been one to necessarily speak things into existence, but you know, it's something I'm working on more every day. I kind of just lost my train of thought for a sec. I apologize if this is kind of like a very unorganized, or whatever word you want to use, video. Yeah, just been dealing with a lot of chaos, and also forgetting to go to the store and a bunch of other stuff. So again, I apologize if it's been a little ad hoc-y of a video and not very structured or whatnot. But I totally lost my train of thought. And see, that's the thing. It brings me back, but that's the thing, is like not only the words that you express to others or just to no one, but even just the words that you express to yourself, the self-talk. That's also so important to determining the quality of your life. You know, positive thoughts create positive realities. You know, same goes for positive words, if not more so. Positive words create positive realities. And what's also worthy of note, kind of similar to how whatever you think will eventually be yours. So, you know, good things that you think will eventually manifest themselves into, you know, good things physically. And the same is also true. The same is also true for bad things. Bad things that you think will also show themselves in physical form as well. So, you know, you can compare that also to self-talk. Just talk in general, but especially self-talk is kind of what I'm trying to get at here. I keep losing my train of thought, and I apologize. And the reason I keep losing my train of thought is because I'm speaking it into existence, is what I'm trying to get at. Like, for example, I'm sure I would be able to not lose my train of thought as much if I would just, you know, say to myself and say out loud, I don't even know, I never run out of ideas or things to say, or something like that. I don't know. But no, without meaning to, I'm kind of doing the opposite. And what's it leading to? I keep losing my train of thought. That's what it keeps leading to. So yeah, you're kind of getting a live show in a way of the power and the effect of not only positive thought, but positive talk and positive self-talk at that. So yeah, moving forward with that, you know, and again, it's hard because we don't even notice that, first off, we do it, and secondly, how often we do it. How often we think and speak, and specifically speak to ourselves in a negative manner rather than a positive one. And if you're wondering why your life isn't exactly what you want it to be right here, right now, it probably has something to do with that. So, challenge for you guys. And it also, reminds me of, for myself, which is always good. But, challenge for you guys is just watch your thoughts and pay attention to your thoughts, and watch and pay attention to also the words, especially that come out of your mouth, whether it be directed at someone, no one, or yourself. Because, again, just to hammer home this point one more time, they really do significantly impact the life that we live right now and for the foreseeable future. So, just put it more on a priority in your day-to-day life, and really just watch your thoughts and watch your words. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm finally home now. I know this has been a longer video, so if you made it all the way to the end, thank you. It really does mean a lot, every single view that I get, and especially if you make it from start to finish without losing composure at me and rage quitting and whatnot. But yeah, as always, just remember that there's a lot more to it than you think. Remember to leave suggestions if you have any, or ask me any questions that you may have that you've been thinking about or chewing on and whatnot. Remember that I'm always rooting for you guys. I'm always wishing you guys nothing but the best. Remember that life is good, life is beautiful, and it always is and always will be. And yeah, watch your mouth, watch your thoughts, and watch your words.